Hey everyone, this is Carrie Langford, and I'm going to share with you some ways that hybrid or blended learning is going to impact my classroom this year. So I titled my presentation Two Whoa Moments. Love that picture there. It's not me, by the way. So here's my first whoa moment. This year was like getting lost in a city. I drove down roads that I didn't know where they would come out. Using my best judgment, I made turns, slowed down, and even sped up where I saw fit. Then out of nowhere, I was at my destination. There was relief and adrenaline all at the same time. The journey had been so exciting, and I was able to explore like never before. I know the next time I'll make different choices, but I won't forget all that I have gained on this adventure. There is much to be told, a passion to be shared. A fire has ignited. Myself and those that were on the journey will never be the same. The journey I took was educating in a blended classroom. So that was my first whoa to share with you, is that this past school year, I did dip my toes, I will say, in a blended classroom, and what I gained from it was an unbelievable connection with my students. I just finished my 9th year, and I never felt this good as my kids walked out the door. And not good like, oh, good thing they're gone, but like, I'm really going to miss these kids. I knew them on a completely different level than any other class I had, because I was able to spend a lot of one-on-one and small group time with them, and I was able to really get to know my kids and understand their learning needs and what I could give them to be successful. My second whoa moment was I became a mother for the third time. So this year in September, October, and part of November, I was on maternity leave. And there's Grady right there a couple months ago. And so as I came back from maternity leave, Brittany and I got right into doing our hybrid learning and our blended classroom and having no idea what we were doing. So on the side there, I put, yes, you can. You have the time. Here's my other picture. So yes, mother of 3, and I still have time to do this. I have the support. Brittany Harlacher was huge in this, as well as Brian Robb, and I know Sam Smith was always cheerleading for me. Dawn Persing was sending me links, and Nikki Ellis was always listening, waiting to hear me ask her a question. But you have the resources, and being in this cohort, I think, is going to be really great because we're all kind of going through this together. And again, I say it, yes, you can. If I can deal with these crazy 3 at home and still make this a success in my classroom, then there are plenty of reasons why other people are able to make it a success in theirs. So these 2 pictures I shared because on the left is my Flex Friday board. I just used part of my chalkboard and had my topics that I had taught that week, and then each of my classrooms there. And my kids would sign themselves up, and then I would also sign them up for areas that maybe they just needed more support, more practice, or reteaching even. And they were able on Fridays to really be met with what they needed. So I think one thing for next year that I'm going to be looking at this blended learning impacting my room is I might have kids on different lessons within a unit. So everyone will start and finish a unit at the same time, but during that unit, I might have kids working on 5.2 and other kids working on 5.6, because I think once my kids show me that they mastered the skill, they should move on and they should be doing greater things. The picture on the right, sorry, Grady wanted to be in the video too. The picture on the right is just a picture of my kids working during science in collaborative groups, and they're actually in partners. But you can see in the background, here are 2 partners working side by side, and right here, 2 partners working in the same space, and yet they're able to really stay on task and get their jobs done. I enjoy a bit of noise in my room because I know that my kids are really working collaboratively, and I want to continue to build the idea of collaboration and the kids being successful working together and communicating their learning. Love this quote: classrooms don't need tech geeks who can teach. We need teaching geeks who can use tech. I think that goes perfectly with the saying that technology won't replace teachers, but teachers using technology will replace teachers. Just that concept of it's here, so we got to get in on it. This picture I found after I had written that opening remark about my journey this year, and I thought it was so perfect. because it's really the journey. You're teaching kids how to learn and how to express their learning. And the great thing about this summer is I'm taking a course on instruction assessment and technology integration, and I'm just learning a lot about giving students feedback and setting goals and then giving them time to accomplish those goals, and where do we really assess our kids, and what does the assessment mean? Is it about getting the letter grade, or is it about saying this is what they're still missing and what they need to accomplish before they meet the learning objective? So I'm looking forward to a new year of knowing next to nothing, but learning it as I go. And I think that's the point, is that in blended learning, you really don't know where how you're going to get somewhere. You know where you're going to end up. You've set that goal for yourself, but how you get there is going to be a new journey every single time, and it's going to be different depending on the student that you're working with. So I'm super excited for that, and to be able to connect with a whole new group of kids all over again in August. The last page, and if you've noticed, my backgrounds have all been nature. If you know nothing else about me, you should know that the environment is a big thing for me. It was my original thing to go to school for. I was in Parks and Rec, and then I went into environmental education, and then I tacked on my elementary ed degree. So that's why I'm here. But that picture is our outdoor classroom, actually. It's just outside one of my classrooms, outside one of my classroom windows. And this was my class working on an assignment. Ms. Harlacker's class is also out there. And then this is a first grade classroom that we're learning about planting. And some of them are over here planting and watering vegetables. So I think one of the big things for me this year is taking my blended learning and blending it with the environment. How do I get technology in the outdoors? So I'm a huge component of kids learning with nature, right there, learning in nature, learning about nature. So how does technology work for me and my whole life goal of getting kids outside? So that's the biggest impact that I'm going to be looking for this year as well. So stay tuned to see how I figure that out. And I look forward to working with all of you. I'm excited to share this journey and be able to help one another out. And I think that's it. All right. Thanks a lot.